Greetings, my people of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. In the name of His Emperor Almighty Emperor Ali Selassie, the first Je Rastafari, cut and clear, rip and tear up, secret and jab and tribulation, clear, trample the dragon, trample the beast. For decades, we have been trying, and it has been left, it has been right. And break down 10 years, we trying left, we trying right. No solution. We are here with the indigenous people. The indigenous people. We are here with them. What have a solution? So we invite all members to come at Sandy Grandi, so we'll get the information, you know, my brother.
Like everybody know, greetings. I am Chief Minwam, Chief of Kairi and Alubera, Chief of the Tamanapos, the Chemas, the Kumanamotes, and the Arawakai tribes, right? This brother here is originally Rastafari under that concept, but he does acknowledge that before all of that, the indigenous people was here.
Excellent.
Right? The other day I saw a video with him and the Honorable David Muhammad, right? And he clarified his position on the statement that caused all the ruckus, right? Seeing that that was a good move. One thing I like about it was he said it's time for the mind revolution. So that is what we want to harness and stick on. The mind revolution, when you're thinking, it happens in your mind space, the mind revolution. But when all that done, there's a next step that is very important. There must be a discussion. So all this happen, all this skip off, the powers that were, they interpret it a different way. Here what we're going to do, we're going to change that energy and invite everybody to have a progressive discussion to self-governance.
Which part I look? Sandy Grandi?
Right, we invite everybody up at the headquarters. It's not big as Elijah Muhammad's place, but we'll be able to have a nice little discussion. We're inviting legal personnel, right? Lawyers, even up to councils, King's Council. We're inviting police officers, all the commissioners invited as well, and politicians as well, right? This now is something that is not new. It's something that is not strange. We have the Wampi people right in Peru, our neighbors on the South American continent, and we have people right up in the north. All peoples recognize that there's separation between corporate governance and government by the people, right? What we're hearing recently, it sounds like the people is fed up with a tyrannical system. A system that, by the way, has no problem in coming out to the open, like the other day with Epstein files, and telling you that they eat the flesh of little children, drink their blood, and then deal with them and take their life. And the Department of Justice has said that they're not going to prosecute anybody who's on the list, even though it's all that overwhelming evidence. If you are fed up with a tyrannical system like that, then the indigenous has a solution. We had a solution 8 years now. A lot of people thought it was some sort of fairy tale stuff. But as I speak to you now, I am not a Trinidadian, right? I am indigenous, right? That is my status. And we've been operating outside of corporate governance for quite some time, 8 years now, right? Basically, if you don't want to be a part of that, if you're fed up on that, as he said before, they try things for years, 62 years, they try the same thing, PNM-UNC, 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 same result. Now the indigenous has the solution. A progressive discussion to self-governance.
Excellent.
All parties invited. We love that they signed peace. We love it wasn't making sense anyway. Oh, by the way, there was never really a time in history that violence worked out to be totally good in the enemy. So that route was already exhausted, right? What we're dealing with, a lot of you may not have heard about me because it's just that it's something that's peaceful, quiet, and an easy transition.
Yes,
right? No protests, no loud talking, no opposition to the powers that were or anything like that. They operate off of our wealth, and all we do is take our wealth and use it for ourselves. Build our own self-government as we already are doing, which is a small fraction of us compared to the 1.8 roughly million people that have on the planet, or on the island, sorry. But the awareness of who you are says a lot about how you are treated on your own land, in your own space. So, as a corporate entity, protesting would get you in problems like what happened to the sister. Very nice sister, very promising sister. She looked like she had political aspirations, and she's now having to deal with legal problems, right? So these things have never worked. So now we have the solution. And in case you're wondering why I look like me and saying indigenous, it's been long gone, that ship sailed. But for the newcomers, this is a good place to start, right? It's a good place to start, you can get it, it's not that expensive. We do call ourselves black, right? But we kind of get the concept of what the sister was trying to point out, because she had to meet people where they're coming from. We're not black, we see copper tone, woolly head indigenous people, right? So, this is what we invited everybody who's a part of the treaty that decide that, hey, we're going on this mental revolution, a peaceful vibe, and we're not going to have violent, disagreeable encounters with each other. This is a solution. We started with a discussion. Mind revolution, we think the thoughts, we do our part of this tyrannical system. Now, we're coming up with a solution. And a discussion first before we proceed to the solution. Right? So, this is Chief Minwab. I see my boy gets into reading already, but this is your Chief Minwab. Coming to you again. We invite everybody. I guess you can contact him and his people.
Get them
my number.
location.
Well, alright, so once we agree to have the meeting, we set a date and a time. Right? And the location would be San Grande up at the headquarters, neutral grounds where there is no warring faction or any history like that. It's just discussion. We are accustomed to discussion, dialogue. So it's San Grande in the Orupuch area. Once we set the meeting, we do a flyer.
Okay.
Right?
And get them your number in case somebody
Right,
wants to
so-
get on to the chief.
Right, if you want to get on to me, is 701-5201. And I can't remember the next number right now, but once you get a number, you get the secretary, you can get on to me. So, people, it's time to wake up. If you agree with the mental revolution, if you agree that you're fed up with a tyrannical style operation on your land, there is a very peaceful solution. It's part of why you never heard of me. Very peaceful, very quiet, move over. Right? Granny tell a long time, if people doing bad things, stay away from them. You don't want to go and protest again and force them to think you, nah. Granny say, stay away from them. We have to say,
Correct.
right?
Stay away from them. Now what I have to say. Blessings.
Bliss. So, see you once again. Wadu.